Right, Pezza, I am going to lose all three people that are watching this video because it is a rare win. A rare win for Australians on the internet today. And here's what I want to say. Fuck these shit pictures. Fuck the curator wearing team tops. Fuck the coach having a chat to the curator at lunchtime on day one. Fuck the captain.
And yes, Paul said before that second ball of the day, Kawaja leant forward and the ball just touched the feather, a little whisker of his bat, and Barrett took a good catch behind, and Ashwin got an early wicket. And you're right, it was nerve-wracking that next half an hour. I sent you a message that, this might finish like midway through the second session. But yeah, once head got going, it was just one-way traffic.
इंदौर टेस्ट मैच में इंडिया को मिली 9 विकेटों से हार। आखिरकार ऑस्ट्रेलियाई मीडिया को इंडिया दौरे पर खुश होने का मौका मिल ही गया। ऑस्ट्रेलियाई मीडिया का इस पर क्या रिएक्शन रहा, आइए देखते हैं इस वीडियो में। और वीडियो अच्छी लगी तो वीडियो को लाइक जरूर करिए, और चैनल पर नए हैं तो इस तरह के वीडियो के लिए इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब जरूर करें। तो चलते हैं हमारे वीडियो की तरफ।
That's how they do it in the indoor. I was just to describe my emotions of the day in absolute bits. For the first half an hour, Jadeja and Ashwin were just fucking excellent, and 76 runs was like, how the fuck are they going to score 76 runs? The pressure was relentless, and then they changed the ball, and then all of a different planet, and then all of a sudden they changed the ball to a tennis ball, and then the game was over. And it was like, I don't see the issue with the deck at all. And I think most people would actually appreciate that this deck, if you know how to play it on these decks, it's actually, I think they could have chased sort of 250, 300 in the end. But, that's just the way the internet works. I'm sorry. Fuck me, I was nervous over the first half hour.
Oh, mate. And yeah, Kawaja's like second ball. Like, oh, here we go. Ashwin's not even bowling square seam. He's bowling underneath the ball, and it's gripping like a tennis ball to Velcro with grip ball you used to get for Christmas from your uncle who just had kind of gone on the dole, and that was all he could offer. And you appreciated him giving you that gift because grip ball's fucking great. Take absolute hangers.
Right, Pezza, I am going to lose all three people that are watching this video because it is a rare win. A rare win for Australians on the internet today. And here's what I want to say. Fuck these shit pictures. Fuck the curator wearing team tops. Fuck the coach having a chat to the curator at lunchtime on day one. Fuck the captain talking about, if we win this game, might make a little bit of a grade seamer for the fourth test. Fuck your one spinner having a chat on Instagram talking absolute rubbish. Fuck with the other spinner making YouTube videos saying, well, here's how you actually bat in India. Fuck all of it, chat shit, get banged, fuck around, find out. It's a rare win, and now our team that we support sometimes is only losing 2-1.
Oh, right now, I'm in the Shangri-La, baby, emotionally speaking. I didn't blink for the first 30 minutes of the day. To get
dry eyes.
To get doctors over all sorts of stuff. But yeah, I mean, we were starting our live shows in India by saying, look, I was worried it was going to be 4-0, but now I'm worried it's going to be 4-0, fuck off. But now, 2-1, the two sweetest words in the English language, 2-1.
A lot of people say Game 7, not us, 2-1.
2-1, baby. The two sweetest words when you're touring India. And now we move on to that requested green seamer. In our Ahmedabad. I don't know if Kamo's back. We tend to be able to bowl a bit of seamer, but I'm actually very grateful for the albeit belated humility that the BCCI is showing by offering now to prepare alternative wickets that provide a variety of conditions that we know India can provide when we look at what they can produce for other teams and other formats of cricket. Yeah, right. So for the BCCI at this point to come to the table and say, Ahmedabad, is a green seamer, and that is what they will produce in front of their Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, when our Prime Minister's over there as well. Full house at his stadium, I think is a wonderful show of grace and humility and an extension, an olive branch extension in the spirit of fairness and balance in cricket. And so I didn't expect it, but I think that's fantastic. And it really sets up a wonderful final test where Australia have the chance to secure a historic draw. So
Now,
yeah.
Pez, I understand now like why Australians were hated for decades when they were controlling cricket and the unnecessary arrogance that was displayed over and over again. And now it's India's turn. And I just feel like that team is so good. I don't know why they need to fuck around and find out like this. And it makes me happy partially that it's happened. But then, of course, I realise that I must take out several loans to pay next week's rent as the business collapses around us. But it's Australia has been brought into this series because the curator the curator of the pitch fucked up. And I think that he is now organising his last meal, which is exciting for everyone who had day 4 tickets. I'm not sure you people realise that. Actually, you see the execution of the curator. But that's how they do it.
Oh, there it is. Australia have won the 3rd test in indoor. What a comeback by Steve Smith's men. They win an hour and a half into the 3rd day's play. Paul, what a morning.
Oh, fantastic. It was a bit nerve-wracking there. Khawaja out, 2nd ball, and then I think it was 10 overs. Australia scored 13 runs, and then in the 11th over, they scored 13 runs. And it was that moment where Travis Head hit a 4, a 6, I think a 2 and a 1. And then the next over, he cracked another 4. And from then on, it was absolutely guaranteed that Australia was going to win. Got a bit nerve-wracking, but they're very satisfying win in the end.
And yes, Paul said before that 2nd ball of the day, Khawaja leant forward and the ball just touched the feather, a little whisker of his bat, and Barrett took a good catch behind, and Ashwin got an early wicket. And you're right, it was nerve-wracking that next half an hour. I sent you a message that, this might finish like midway through the 2nd session. But yeah, once Head got going, it was just one-way traffic.
It was interesting again with that edge from Khawaja. Once again, it's disproved the truism that we always thought, that I used to always say, the batter always knows whether they've hit the ball. Well, clearly Khawaja didn't know, because he actually challenged the decision. And I don't think he did that just because it was, a small chase and you might as well throw one away. I mean, if you know you hit it, you're not going to squander one. So yeah, it just shows that just shows to go. And then, it was very telling how Head just sort of motored home. It was amusing. I don't know if you saw in the press conference afterwards that they'd been ascribing Head's change in attitude to when the ball was changed. They were saying that a message was sent out by Steve Smith telling them now's the time to attack. And Travis Head, when he was asked about was there a message said out, just went no. Looking absolutely baffled. There was no message. We were just playing cricket. So I thought it was a little bit funny.
I mean, I think more tactically, I did hear Nathan Lyon say in the press conference that it does get a bit easy to bat when the ball just gets a little bit softer. So you can imagine after the 10 overs where it's just been worn a little bit, it'll be easier to play shots, a little bit less bite in the wicket. I think less to do with about the ball changing. And I
wasn't saying it was the ball change. I was saying that they were saying in commentary that the Australians took the opportunity with the ball change.
I'm agreeing. It's more that the ball was getting old by then, so it was easy to play shots. Nothing to do with the ball being changed. And then the other thing was, like, a lot of batsmen, ex-Aussie batters have said when you're in India, it's good just to take your time in that first 20 minutes, just get used to the conditions. And I think you saw that with Head and Labuschagne. They really, they weathered that early storm. They played straight, and then they made it look a lot easier. So, I mean, I think it's a vindication of sort of tactics that AB and, the greats have been saying all tour.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. You play yourself in and then you play your shots. But it would have been interesting if one or two of those, there was no real half chances, but there was a few oohs and ahs. And there was if one or two of those had gone out, then it could have been a very different story. But all's well that ends well.
Yeah, so it's 2-1 to India. Australia have the chance to level the series in Mumbai next week. I mean, Ahmedabad, sorry.